Have you ever wondered how much we truly know about our four-legged friends, our loyal companions, our dogs? Each wagging tail and playful bark conceals a world of fascinating facts and intriguing mysteries. Today we embark on a journey, a countdown of 18 captivating and peculiar aspects that make our canine companions truly remarkable. From their extraordinary senses to their unexpected habits, there's so much more to our dogs than meets the eye. Prepare to have your mind blown with the most interesting and strange things about dogs. Starting with number 18, did you know that dogs don't just age faster than humans, they also mature faster? It's true! The life cycle of a dog is a fascinating journey, filled with rapid growth and maturation, all packed into a much shorter time frame than their human counterparts. At birth, puppies are helpless little creatures unable to see or hear. It's not until about 2 weeks of age that their eyes and ears open, marking their first steps into the wider world. By the time they reach 3 weeks, they begin to explore their surroundings and play with their siblings, showing the first signs of their unique personalities. The next phase of a dog's life is the adolescent phase, which kicks in at around 6 months. This is equivalent to the teenage years in humans. It's a time of rapid growth, learning, and sometimes a bit of rebelliousness. It's during this stage that dogs begin to test boundaries and establish their place in the pack, so to speak. From 1 to 3 years old, dogs are considered young adults. They're fully grown in size but still have plenty of energy and playfulness. This is often when dogs are at their most active and require the most exercise. The mature adult stage starts at around 3 years and lasts until they are about 6 or 7. This is when they are in their prime, physically and mentally. They are often more settled and less destructive than in their younger years. Finally, dogs enter their senior years at around 7 years old. Like humans, they may begin to slow down, experience health issues, and require more care. But don't be fooled. Many dogs remain playful and energetic well into their golden years. The average lifespan of a dog varies greatly, depending on the breed and size, but most live between 10 to 15 years. So next time, when you're celebrating your dog's birthday, remember you're celebrating a lot more years in dog years. Coming in at number 17, dogs have been man's best friend for over 15,000 years. Now that's a long time, isn't it? But how did this incredible companionship begin? Let's delve into the rich history of dogs and humans. The story of the dog is an ancient one, intertwined with our own history. The earliest evidence of domestication indicates that dogs have been our companions for millennia. This evidence comes from archaeological sites where dog remains were found buried alongside humans, a practice that signifies a close bond even in those primitive times. Scientists believe that the domestication of dogs started in 2 places, East Asia and Europe. It's thought that the process began when wolves began to scavenge near human campsites. Over time, these wolves evolved into a separate species that we now know as dogs. And it was a mutually beneficial relationship. Dogs helped with hunting, provided protection, and even offered warmth on cold nights. In return, they received food, shelter, and companionship from humans. This relationship deepened over the centuries. Dogs were not just utilitarian companions, they became part of the human family. Ancient art and literature often depict dogs as faithful guardians and loyal friends. From the Egyptian god Anubis to the faithful Argos in Homer's Odyssey, dogs have held a special place in our hearts and cultures. The roles dogs play in our lives have evolved over time. Today, they are more than just hunting partners or protectors. They're therapy animals, search and rescue heroes, and family members. They provide comfort during tough times, celebrate with us in happy moments, and offer unconditional love and companionship. Our history with dogs is a testament to our ability to form meaningful relationships with other species. It's a bond that transcends time, culture, and geography. It's a bond that has shaped us and them, a bond forged through shared experiences and mutual survival. Truly, the bond between humans and dogs is older than civilization itself. This enduring companionship, spanning over 15,000 years, continues to thrive and evolve, reminding us of the simple joy and profound comfort in the presence of our canine companions. At number 16, a dog's sense of smell is between 1,000 to 10 million times more sensitive than a human's. Yes, you heard that right. Our canine friends have an olfactory prowess that is without a doubt extraordinary. Let's take a moment to appreciate this astounding fact. Compared to our measly 5 million olfactory receptors, a bloodhound has approximately 300 million. That's almost the equivalent of us having a satellite dish for a nose. But not only do they have a far greater number of these receptors, The part of a dog's brain that analyzes smells is also 40 times greater than ours. This means that dogs can not only smell more, they can also understand and remember these smells significantly better. This superpower isn't just for sniffing out the leftover steak in the garbage bin. Oh no. Dogs have been trained to use their noses for a variety of extraordinary purposes. For instance, there are dogs who can detect diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and even malaria by simply sniffing a person. Dogs have been known to predict seizures and diabetic emergencies before they happen. It's like having a personal furry four-legged doctor. In addition to medical detection, dogs are also trained in bomb and drug detection. Their noses can pick up the faintest trace of explosive or illegal substance, making them invaluable assets in law enforcement and military operations worldwide. But perhaps one of the most heartwarming uses of a dog's nose is in search and rescue missions. These brave dogs are trained to find people who are lost or trapped. Whether it's a hiker lost in the mountains, a child missing in a crowded city, or a survivor under the rubble after a disaster, these dogs tirelessly use their noses to save lives. With such an amazing sense of smell, it's no wonder dogs are often used in search and rescue missions. So the next time you see a dog following its sniffer, remember, it's not just playing around. It's honing the skills of one of nature's most powerful tools. Number 15 on our list, believe it or not, dogs dream just like humans do. Dive into the world of canine dreams. It's a fascinating space where science meets the unknown. Just like us, dogs go through different stages of sleep, including REM, rapid eye movement, where most of the dreaming occurs. While we can't exactly ask Fido what he's dreaming about, studies suggest that dogs likely dream about their day-to-day experiences. So your pup might be reliving that exhilarating park run, or perhaps the tantalizing smell of your dinner they desperately wanted a piece of. And if you've ever seen your dog twitch, move their paws, or make muted barks while sleeping, it's likely they're in the throes of a dream. It's a delightful insight into their subconscious, offering us a glimpse into their thoughts and experiences. So next time you see your dog twitching in their sleep, they might just be chasing a dream squirrel. Number 14, a dog's whiskers aren't just there for looks. They help them navigate their environment. These fine hair-like structures, technically known as vibrissae, are filled with sensitive nerve endings. When these whiskers touch something, they send signals to the dog's brain, providing essential information about the world around them. Imagine walking through an unfamiliar room with your eyes closed. You'd rely heavily on the sense of touch to avoid obstacles, wouldn't you? Well, that's how dogs use their whiskers, as a tactile sense organ. These whiskers can even detect changes in air currents, alerting dogs to the presence of nearby objects or beings, even in complete darkness. They're especially useful for dogs in close quarters where their vision might be limited, like when they're exploring under a couch or navigating through a narrow passage. So those cute little whiskers are actually a crucial sensory tool for your furry friend. And finally, number 13, dogs do see in color, just not the same way humans do. Yes, that's right, our canine companions aren't living in a monochrome world, but their Technicolor dreams are a bit different from ours. Let's dive into the science behind it. Dogs, like humans, have photoreceptor cells in their eyes called cones, which allow them to perceive color. However, while humans have 3 types of these cones, dogs only have 2. This means that while humans can see a broad spectrum of colors, dogs' color perception is somewhat limited. Picture a rainbow. You see it in all its vibrant glory, a band of 7 distinct colors. On the other hand, a dog's rainbow is a bit different. They perceive it as varying shades of blue and yellow, but the reds, greens, and oranges that we see are beyond their color perception. But don't feel bad for your furry friend. They have their own visual superpowers. For instance, they can see much better in the dark than we can. That's thanks to another type of photoreceptor called rods, which are better suited for low-light conditions. And let's not forget that what they lack in color perception, they more than make up for with their incredible sense of smell. So, while your dog might not appreciate a rainbow the same way you do,